this time we will call this meeting to order. I will ask someone to do roll call, please.
Mayor Robinson.
Here.
Commissioner Stigler.
Here.
Commissioner Irwin. Here. City Manager Savannah Fortenberry. Here. City Secretary Summer Lee. Here.
Stand, please. Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the opportunity to be here, Lord. I pray that you would be with us tonight. I pray that you would help us to make wise decisions for this city. Lord, I thank you for those surrounding cities that support us and that are here to support us, Lord. I thank you for the citizens, Lord, that are here to build up this city and to support it, Lord, and just help us to do the right thing. And we just give you all the praise in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Agenda item number 2, citizens' presentation. At this time, anyone on the list will be allowed to speak on any matter other than personnel matters or matters under litigation for a length of time not to exceed 3 minutes. No council, board discussion, or action may take place on a matter until such matter has been placed on an agenda and posted in accordance with law. I believe we have Kevin Noyes.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. $2,625,191.90. That is the amount the Eastern County Water Supply District has in surplus. We can all agree that funds for the city are very limited and the resources are equally limited. Last Tuesday, all candidates spoke and agreed that maybe the only immediate source we could acquire was grants. I'd say that the citizens of Ranger have sacrificed over $1 million to the Water District and should have these funds returned. The simplest grant we could ever achieve. The district has scrambled to relabel these funds as operating reserves, newly created sinking funds, etc. Anything to prevent the return. The Water District is one of only 16 freshwater supply districts established by the Texas statute. They are a unique political entity, but they are not a for-profit utility. They are also not a taxing entity. They are a monopoly corporation with 2 locked-in customers and 2 shareholders. The customers and the shareholders are the same. All other freshwater supply districts operate as adjuncts to the water departments of the cities they serve, even if it is multiple cities. They hold no reserves outside of the city's budgets because the cities are accountable for every risk of the water district. The cities should hold the appropriate reserves that they are ultimately responsible for. I challenge anyone to provide this council with a contracted Section 3 operating charge for 2023. Based upon the district's very own financials, I believe it is $1,400,000. Yet their budget for 2024 is almost $2 million, or 43% more than contractually necessary. Many feign concern for Ranger's water losses of 25%, in particular when multiplied by the inflated water rate from the district. That pales in comparison to the overall inflated cost of water. If the city of Eastland wanted to assist Ranger, the best possible way would be to demand the water district comply with all of the contract and return over $1 million to each city. Thank you.
I believe Mr. Brian Rogers.
I'm just here to say thanks to the mayor, city manager, city of Eastland for helping us. I mean, we got a huge water loss. You stated that 50 million gallons. Staggering amount of water. 50 million. And then I just want to thank Jason Boarding for helping out with Little Park Pole. He's done a great job so far. He's put in a lot of time, a lot of effort. We've got some information he's going to share tonight. I think it's all positive. Thank you.
We will move on to agenda number 3.
I called and signed up with Carol.
Number 3.
Okay, Jared. That was under the agenda items. Okay. What subject? You didn't list.
Oh, I just told Carol, discuss the council and future Ranger.
Identify myself as Jared Calvert, resident of Ranger, Texas. Did not bring a prepared statement. But all this about the water loss and the water district and last fall's anonymous letters remind me of a Macbeth quote about an idiot strutting his hour upon the stage full of sound and fury signifying nothing. The person doing all the homework on the district didn't even know that Eastland was paying Ranger's share. Eastland and the district dug into the books. They found out that the debt service was being majority paid for by Eastland. So now Ranger, appropriately, but unfortunately for Ranger, is going to be paying more. So I don't know why this person didn't catch this with all their intelligence. Ranger can do better. The council can do better. As you saw at the district court today. You're about to go back into another executive session when I've come up here for 2 years telling you how things are going to go. And I'm going to restate right now that I'm going to restore a very historic building in Ranger, Texas. I am going to teach kids to fly. And we're going to turn Ranger around for the better. I will work with anyone, even those who have spread lies about me, trafficking children and drugs. I will work with anyone to help my hometown. If you think I like loving Ranger, you're crazy. I'm here for everybody. I'll talk to anybody. I'll answer any questions. Appreciate your time, Mayor.
At this time, we will move on to item agenda number 3, announcements from city council or staff. Comments may be made by council or staff, but no action taken on the following topics without specific notice. Those items include expressions of thanks, condolence, congratulations, information on holiday schedules, recognition of public officials, employees or citizens other than employees or officials whose status may be affected by the council through action. Reminders of community events or announcements involving an imminent threat to the public health and safety of the people of the municipality. Yes.
Stage 2 drought is in effect still, announces at every meeting. Rules are posted on the website, and you can also have a copy of those provided to you through City Hall. Early voting started today, April 22nd, and goes through April 30th. Election day is May 4th. You can vote at any of the polling places, no matter where you live. So Ranger has one at the Ranger Community Center, 718 Pine Street.
Any other announcements? Move on to item agenda number 4. Discuss, consider approval of the city council meeting minutes for the regular meeting on April 8th, 2024. I have a motion to accept the minutes from April. I'll make that motion. Have a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. All approved? Aye. Motion passed. Item agenda 5, discuss, consider potential repairs to the City of Ranger swimming pool.
Hello, everyone. Some of y'all know me, some of y'all may not, but of some familiar faces, some not so familiar. I grew up here, graduated in '94. We were a big class of 50. I know the class sizes have dropped quite a bit since then. It's a little unfortunate. But it's what Summer has on the screen is a little bit of an introduction to myself, a slideshow I kind of put together last night to discuss some of the repairs that I think will help identify what's going on with the pool and try to restore some of the uniqueness and heritage to the town. I agree with Jared.
Yes, sir. I went to high school with my brothers.
Okay. So, anyway, I appreciate some of what Jared's mentioned about, don't question why I love Ranger, just do, grew up here. It was a good place when I grew up, and I want to do what I can to help get it back there for future generations. I received my bachelor's degree from University of Texas, Arlington in 2003. I've been practicing engineering since 2007. I've done construction work throughout that time as well. And I have been in the a lot of different situations, construction and engineering wise, that I think I can offer some help to get the pool back where it needs to be. On my team is Cesar Garcia. He joined us a little bit late. He graduated from University of Texas, Austin. Don't hold it against him. But he wanted to go to the big Austin instead. Anyway, he's a recent graduate from there in 2020. He and I have been working together for about 5 years now. He was an intern before he graduated at the company I was working at, before I started my own firm back in 2021. If you want to go to the next slide. The reason we're here is to talk about the Willow Park Pool. The group invited me to come out last year. Actually, my Aunt Wendy caught me after supper one night, hanging out at Mary's, and said, hey, we need your help. So from there, I got in touch with Roy and Brian, and we kind of tried to get involved in what's going on. Unfortunately, I had knee surgery, put me off of my feet for a while, but we're back at it trying to get some information. Since then, I have studied the geophysical report that was issued by Collier Geophysics. I think they did a good job of collecting information. I think there's a little bit of information that they left out of the report, and I want to get their feedback on my interpretation of some of the vagueness they have to help us decide what the next steps might be, and also combine that with the observations that I have made at the pool since I've seen the report as well. So if you want to go on to the next slide. This will kind of get into some of the report findings. There was 22 anomalies that they reported on from their investigation. 21 of the 22 were the point hyperbola type, which basically means that they think there's a utility in that location. One of them was a wave polarity, which would indicate a possible void. So the severity of any voids under the pool is not as severe as it may have been construed in the past. I know there's been a lot of discussion on there's a huge cavern under the pool that's going to fall in on itself under its own weight, all of this. I don't believe that those are accurate, so that's why I want to do some additional investigation and possibly bring Collier out to align with what they identified from the non-destructive scanning to what we're able to find with a little bit of searching in the pool. Other anomalies that they observed, which are identified in the photos on the next slide, weren't considered substantial enough for them to include them in the report. So there's some markings on the pool. Number 1 and number 2 photos there are of the deep end of the pool. You can see that they're very linear on that would be the south end of the pool. And as they went to the north end of the pool, you kept pretty good alignment on that, but there's some other things in there that we want to identify. What is that? Is it actually a void? Is there maybe another pipe over there that was part of the drainage system? We just don't know yet. And then photos 3 and 4 show other areas where they identified anomalies from the instrument technician that was running the scan, but in the findings they didn't report on those being significant. So I want to find out from the geophysicist what are those possible locations and see if we need to do some additional investigations there, or if it was just noise in their radar that was coming up. So if you want to hit the next slide, we'll talk about kind of our recommendations. Phase 1 recommendation that we've come up with is to core and auger a series of holes around the side of the pool to identify what is under the pool. Is this a pipe under there, or are there actual voids that need to be considered for other repair or possibly condemn the pool completely? We don't know yet, so I want to get those things identified. The location of those cores and augers is kind of a little bit more from a follow-up with Collier. I want to know what they found, what they saw, and if this is one long utility that runs underneath there like we're suspecting, then let's get a picture of it and say, okay, we've confirmed this is the old drain pipe. And then outside of the pool area, we want to do some additional augering to find that drain pipe outside of the pool to make sure it's still worthy of service, or does it need to have something else done to it to protect it? long-term. And then also find out if there is for sure a cavern or some other void that we aren't seeing, drill a couple of holes up to 30 feet deep to get an idea of what is down there. Are we being overly cautious from not understanding the report enough, or is there something there that we do have a concern with? Because if the pool's going to fall in on itself, kids go up there and play and stuff, it's a safety hazard. So if that's where things are, then it needs to be fixed. But if that's not the case, then I think it's worth putting effort in. I mean, the Pool Park Pool Group has done a good job bringing some money together to initiate this. No fees from me for anything that's happened to date. Down the road, there may be some fees. We just need to see where this goes. But there is some cost involved with doing this investigation. And so far, talking with the pool group, they are willing to bear that cost as long as the city gives authorization to proceed. And then the next page talks about possible restoration details. Any holes that are cored will be patched back under the same contract, if you will. It may be a few different people that come out and do steps of the work, but under the same window of authorization, we'll get the pool repaired back to where if it does go back into service, these aren't going to be leaks in the future. And then any of the holes that are outside of the pool area will be filled with a midnight slurry, so there's not any trip hazards or caving hazards outside of the pool. And with that, any questions?
In the previous work that was done, how deep did that radar go?
Well,
Or X-ray or whatever?
well, it's ground penetrating radar, so it is a radar. The depth of the radar, the reliable depth is about 4 to 6 feet with the frequency that they were scanning at.
Okay.
The report that they got back goes 8 to 12, but you can only rely on about the top half of that for being accurate. And that's per the geophysicist. That's not me saying so. I spoke with him.
I don't know anything about it other than the fact that I did check with another company, and when I told them Ranger, Texas, with their ground penetrating radar, they wouldn't come out. They said we can't do it out there because of your structures. So
Okay.
that's one that was done and one that said no, we can't do it. So I'm just and drilling holes is probably a better idea to figure it out. Yeah.
I'd like to talk to the other group if you can remember their name.
Oh no. No, the one that you guys did one, and then I called somebody else. I don't remember when it did. Yeah.
Okay.
That was-
Anything else?
So would this contract would be with the city in Circle B?
Well, no, the contract would be through whoever's paying and contractors that we're going to be, that I'm going to help the pool group solicit, or if the city wants to be in charge of the contract and the pool group's going to pay the money to the city, however that works is up to y'all. I will help administer it on my side to solicit contractors, write up the specification on what the scope of work is to be and what the repairs will be, and then present that to everyone that you guys know what the repairs are going to be, what it's going to look like after it's done. That way you know what's being done to the pool, and the pool group, for whatever portion of it they help pay for, will know what they're paying for.
So today, we're just wanting approval to proceed,
Yes, ma'am.
and then the contract would be brought up
Yes, ma'am.
between the parties.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I'm not in any way getting any funds out of this investigation. This is me helping the town. I've driven by the pool for the last too many years, going up to see Aunt Wendy and getting frustrated that it's not being used.
Any other questions? Do I have a motion to approve the potential repairs on the City of Ranger swimming pool by Circle B?
Is it actually repairs or
We're
analyzing?
just doing investigation right now.
It's actually.
This is just the next step of investigation.
Yeah.
So you made a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Motion passed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Jason.
Item agenda number 6, discuss and consider approval to reschedule the regular council meeting held on May 27th, 2024 due to Memorial Day.
So, May 27th is a holiday, City Hall is closed that day, and all I'm requesting is that we move the meeting to May 28th at 5:30, which is Tuesday.
May 28th,
Yes, ma'am.
same at 5:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a motion?
I'll approve that, make a motion.
Okay, I have a motion, do I have a second? All in favor? All in favor? Aye. Motion passed. Agenda item number 7, discuss, consider debt service payments to Eastland County Water Supply District from 2021 current year. Summer? Savannah. I got Summer and Savannah.
Okay, Mayor, if I may, we have submitted, oh yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
You do, there you have several signs this week, I think Mr. Moore's a problem.
7.
Sorry.
Okay, Mr. Mose. Sorry, I'm,
That's fine. I've been called many things and a lot of it lately, so that's okay. Mayor, Council, thank you. For the past several months, I've been focused upon the operations and maintenance portion of the Water District contract, in particular the overcharging for inflated budgets and hence inflated water rates. The impact is so great that the district in 2022 and 2023 alone accumulated another $1,178,000 in surplus. That is after the Water District has paid over $300,000 in non-city approved debts. The recent discovery of the miscalculated bond debt payments now allows the council to address the compliance with the total of Section 3 of the contract. I've had to work quickly and with difficulty to get as much information as possible to understand the positions of the Water District and even the City of Eastland. I've had to write PIRs to get meeting minutes from the Water District April 11 call meeting that are lacking any attachments. I've issued another PR to the Water District to obtain the documents that were supposedly discussed in the meeting. I've had to listen to the City of Eastland Council meeting on the 15th of April to obtain information but no documents. The council packet for Rangers meeting to be held tonight is very lacking as well, with only a spreadsheet and a 2-sentence email from the Water District. The city is expected to resolve an issue that has been ongoing for 3 years. I have included, or not tonight, I have included, but I have sent to the council members and the mayor a proposed resolution for your consideration. This resolution would document the issue for posterity and detail the solutions for all the public to see. I've got a bullet list of things I propose. 1, table the item after discussion until such time that the full picture of events can be written down. 2, that the details of the issue be written down for posterity. This will have a different look when someone tries to read the minutes 5 to 10 years from now. 3, that the Water District does not need Rangers' permission to refund the overbilling to Eastland. 4, Water District should refund the full amount of the overbilling to Eastland. 5, that someone should check the numbers being presented. You will see that my numbers do not agree with the spreadsheet contained in the council packet. 6, that while resolving the underbilling of Ranger, the amounts due do not add up. The district is not in any risk due to the fact that they have $2.6 million in surplus. 7, that although the City of Eastland may mean well by offering a solution of credit to the City of Ranger via the Water District, the optics make it appear that the taxpayers of Eastland are financing the City of Ranger. This can only hurt the relationship between the two cities in the future by banking on social and financial indebtedness. 8, is that Eastland would be providing a greater service to Ranger and their own citizens if they would demand compliance with all of Section 3 as well. Number 9, the proposed credit also undermines the City of Ranger in that while we are asking for compliance with the contracted total, we would even consider a non-contractual gift. 10, the Water District underbilling due to bonds pales in comparison to the massive overbilling of the O&M. 11, that they comply with all parties comply with all of Section 3 of the contract. 12, return $1.2 million to Eastland and $1 million to Ranger. This would still leave over $500,000 in surplus with the Water District to be discussed at a later date, particularly when the district is on track to accumulate another $640,000 drought contingency plan surcharge funds. And number 13, not the least of which, consult the attorneys due to the ongoing PUC water rate challenge. Thank you.
I believe Mr. Brian Rogers.
Yes. My simple concern on this is the City of Eastland is office. You know, what we never answered here is the water loss. I mean, again, 50 million gallons. I would like to know what our game plan is. What are we doing right this minute to find all this water loss? I mean, what's our plan? Do we have something set in motion? Do we have our city employees out? Are we asking citizens to call if they have water leaks? What are we doing? I mean, I think it's an extremely nice gesture by the city of Eastland to work what they did. 43,007 something that they take, and then they give the credit back. I don't know where you could go wrong with something like that. Again, it's very generous. Mayor stood up, Eastland stood up, Mayor, City Manager, Rangers there. There was nobody that opposed it at that meeting. So, that's all I have to say about that.
Thank you.
The mayor and I attended the Eastland County Water Supply District meeting on April 11th, alongside Eastland Mayor and City Manager JJ. It was noted that the debt service for each city had been billed, or had been split incorrectly and not according to the contract. The percentage was on a 60-40 basis, and not based upon what the cities have been using for the previous fiscal year. Or physical year, I believe. Physical year, not fiscal. So January 1 to December. There was some discussion going back and forth on amounts. The district later provided debt service amounts that they saw fit for the year 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024. They did not elect to go before 2021 due to some meter issues, which was raised at the Eastland County Water Supply District meeting. Graciously, the City of Eastland's mayor ultimately offered to only take a refund of 50% and allow the remaining portion of hours to be applied and forgiven. So that's what we're here tonight for. Is for the Eastland's offer, the City of Eastland's offer, not the Water District's offer, the City of Eastland's offer.
Well, it's for both offers. This negotiation tonight, or approval or disapproval, whichever it is for both offers. The City of Eastland offered to forgive, just like you said, half of that, and the Water District voted that night, you will recall, unanimously to refund the other half via check to the City of Eastland, which in essence wipes out the debt that City of Ranger would owe to the City of Eastland. Am I incorrect there?
You're right.
I mean, I don't think that we make the motion on what y'all, or what you write back to the City of Eastland. We're accepting Eastland's offer.
Well, that,
Let me go to tell you about it. What we did is we went through this process and we're very comfortable with where we are. But Eastland is going to get half, $43,000, and the Water District is going to pay us that. Mm-hmm. The Water District is indeed giving up $43,000. They're paying. They're forgiving all 100%. Okay, it's costing them $43,000. They're going to give that to us. And it's a plain slate. The Water District is indeed giving up $43,000 to y'all. It's giving them. It's washing y'all that. It's the same thing. We're all saying the same thing, but I do want to give the Water District credit for them. The other half of that, they're forgiving you the other half of that. Okay.
Mayor.
Because you can look at item G in that same contract that was quoted here tonight several times, and it basically says that the Water District in summary is not responsible for miscalculations. You will read that in, I believe it's about a page or two beyond.
It's page 11 of the contract.
I'm sorry?
Page 11 of the contract.
Okay, I was talking about the handout we had the other night. I didn't bring it with me. But it's item G, I believe. G like George.
Yes,
You can read that to him if you would.
Any mistakes in any calculations or figures shall not alleviate the city's obligation to make payments to the district sufficient to pay the principal of and interest on the bonds and to pay the city's proportionate share of cost of operating the district.
Yeah, we had our attorney come and look at there that night, you guys saw it, and, he concurred, he's the one that brought it to our attention. Anyway, that's what he said, and you can concur with your attorney if you'd like, and probably have a different opinion, I don't know. But it sounds like what Mr. Moy just said, this is gonna go to the courthouse, and I think that's the last thing that the city needs, or the water district needs, is another damn lawsuit.
But if I'm gonna be quoted, let me say, all I'm looking for is compliance with the contract. If they're gonna offer a credit for overbilling and underbilling, do it for both elements of section 3, which is O&M and the debt servicing. Let me finish. If we're gonna interrupt, let me finish.
You're not,
If-
it's with the water district, you need to ask the mayor for permission to speak.
I'm not, let's get back to this.
You hypocrite.
It was our understanding that the offer from Eastland, the city's approval, was, Eastland County Water Supply District was with the contingency that both cities approved what Eastland was offering. And, so that's why we're saying we approved of what the city of Eastland was offering.
But that's,
Yes, that's what we're having to take a vote on tonight, is if we accept the offer that Eastland made.
Your business.
So I ask for a motion to see if we accept the offer that the city of Eastland made. We have a motion.
I make a motion to table it for the next meeting. We don't have enough information. I mean, I'm given a sheet of paper tonight. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, I have a motion to table it. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, motion tabled. All approved? Aye. Motion passed. Agenda item number 8, discuss, consider, convening the executive session pursuant to section 551.071. Excuse me, could we have somebody here?
Excuse me, sir.
Agenda item number 8, discuss, consider, convening the executive session pursuant to section 551.071 Texas Government Code and section 1.05 Texas Professional Rules of Disciplinary Conduct to consult with legal counsel regarding cause number CV 2246534, Ranger Airfield Maintenance Foundation versus City of Ranger in the 91st District Judicial District Court, Eastern County, Texas, and the Ranger Airfield Foundation lease agreement. And cause number 24-067-BCCV-47030, Ranger Airfield Maintenance Foundation versus City of Ranger in the 91st Judicial District Court, Eastern County, Texas. Time?
6:04.